Okay, hi guys. I don't know if this is working. I have no idea. I really hope it is. But I don't, like, it doesn't have like a clear messaging on if how to like change everything and make sure everything's like changed as far as like the Wisebot says I'm good. Under art category, okay. So it might be that I have to change the category before I go live in the future to make sure that I'm in the right categories. Like, this is weird. I've never done this before, so definitely doing the multi-stream. So the hope is that I'm both live on YouTube as well as Twitch. And I'm kind of like, I plan to teach a class today, but I think that what I need to do is I really need to kind of like get the hang of this as I come into this very foreign concept. So let me see. So I click on this. So this is the dashboard. It says that I'm on Twitch and YouTube on the dashboard. That looks good. Close. I see you on YouTube. Oh my gosh. Okay, hi. Hi, Zell. Oh my gosh, I see you guys coming through. Okay. Yeah, so I'm live on YouTube as well as Twitch. I see you, Zell, from Twitch, and then Melting Star, I see you from YouTube. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about it. Yeah, this is the first time I'm trying the multi-stream. Like, I found a way to do it. It's called a program called, it's a Restream, I guess is what it is. So I can stream on both platforms at the same time. And then that way, I don't have to try to like schedule out different times to like be on. So yeah, huzzah! We're figuring it out. I'm sad though, it doesn't look like the emotes, it doesn't look like the emote, being through Restream, so that's kind of a bummer. But like I said, it feels odd, because like the chat's different, like everything is ultimately different on OBS side. I just got used to, you know, doing the YouTube stuff, and now I'm introducing a new thing. This is what I do though. I think you guys are kind of used to it. I'm always like trying to integrate new things and trying to grow. But yeah, let me announce that I'm live. Let me pull this over here. Yeah, so the plan was, like I said, to do a stream, a teaching stream. And I think that after kind of like messing with this a little bit, I think that I want to kind of like figure out exactly how to use the program Restream and kind of get used to that. So I'm supposed to do an event stream tomorrow, which is like a Friday the 13th event. So like I really want to like try to figure out exactly how this is all gonna go down. As far as like trying to get used to this thing. And if I can't do the event stream on the cross-platforming, I might just do it on just Twitch, because I don't want to like take away from that, because like I don't know how the setup is on YouTube, because I don't know their systems quite yet. Like, I don't know if they have a bit system and things like that. So I'm still kind of learning the YouTube side, but then like bringing in Restream into it as well makes it a little difficult. But yeah, it's a process. Let me announce where we are. General. I am live on both YouTube and Twitch. And what this is right here is a monthly myth. It's called the 100-hander. And I'm kind of like trying to make it animation ready, so I don't know if this is something I want to work on. I might work on emotes or something instead. I don't know. Earlier today, I did a kind of like a class on crystals. So I'm not sure what I want to work on today. I was just trying to jump on so I could do the tarot thing, but then after like struggling for the past 20 minutes to try to figure out how to like get this to work, I'm realizing that like I need to be more prepared. I I definitely want to make like class content, and then it be like class oriented, so like it's got more of a clean slate where there's nothing else but just me talking to the camera. So I might have to do a little bit more setup where I've got like slides and stuff like that for the actual class. So we'll set apart some time for that so I can actually get like ready for that. So that way when I record it, um, it feels like content that's supposed to be standalone. Because I don't want to do something that just looks like the live. Because after teaching the class today, the Crystal class on TikTok, it was a good class. It was, but like I could definitely tell that there was a little bit of ill prepare when you looked at the formatting. Like, cause I had my GIF going in the corner, and I had like it didn't feel as polished as I would like if I was to put it up as like a standalone class for people to watch. So I might just be in my head a little bit about that, but I was like gonna download it and put it on YouTube, and I was like, no, like I would really like it to be polished and landscape versus portrait. But this is me trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing and trying to figure out like where I want to go with my content as I branch out. So, and this is all that this has been, is like kind of like an experiment. But yeah, sorry guys for missing the last few streams on Twitch. I would need a little recovery time. I did a mediumship reading, and sometimes the mediumship readings come in pretty hard, and then I need a few days to recover, and that was just kind of like what happened. I did a mediumship reading on Monday, and then I needed Tuesday and Wednesday to kind of recover. And now I'm in a good state now. I feel like I can start like putting myself out again. Like, but sometimes I kind of go really reclusive after some of them. Not all of them. Some of them I'm good, and I don't need that recoil sessions. Just kind of matters like what happens during the readings and how I feel afterwards. So I don't know. So I just wanted to apologize for not being here. But let me pull open. Let me pull open just a normal file here. Let's work on an emo for now. There's a lot of things that I will put the schedule up, and we'll definitely aim for a class. Let's do. It's all good. Oh, thank you, Zoe. Let's aim for a class the beginning of March, and then that way I can really get the materials going. I can get an RSVP and signups for it. That way we have like people that are there for the actual class, and then that are like having that engagement back and forth. So let's aim for the beginning of March for the tarot class, and then that way, like I said, I can RSVP. And then I could probably set it to followers only, so then that way we don't have like trolls come in the middle of the class. I mean, I guess we could, but yeah, we'll play by ear on that. Maybe we'll just leave it open, and if that's something that's happened, we'll mod up. We'll mod up, even if it's just me modding, and I'm like, I'll take them out. Don't be messing with us. We're in the middle of having a class. Okay, so let me see. I think I'm just going to... I'll just open my other one that I recently did. Because I'm kind of bummed about this. Like, I think I have to animate the flame and then pull her away from the rest of the emote. Let me put this in a folder. Kind of hide her. Yeah, but I definitely want to make some new emotes. I've already done some really cool animations. I didn't add the crow. But I can show you guys those animations too. that I have already done. Okay, I'll hide her. So let me show you those animations, because I think it's worth showing. So this is the animation for subbing. No, that's the follow animation. So again, on YouTube, sub is follows, and then on Twitch, follows are follows. And then subbing is the paid version on Twitch. And then I have the crow, the raven, and this is the raven. So these are the animations I did on stream recently. I'm pretty excited about it. I think I did pretty good overall. And I did these ones on stream. Teaching myself Adobe Fresco, which is a new program that I'm not used to using. But I love animating, so it's worth learning all the different animation programs. I'm really excited because I saw that Adobe Animate, they cross is awesome. I missed the streams where you did it. Oh, the crow. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that one was difficult. he was definitely difficult. I decided to have him kind of like fly in, and then like he picks up his foot and kind of like adjusts his footing. You can kind of see it, and it was subtle things like that that I didn't really like plan to put into the animation, but it kind of became that way. Because the reference that I was using, it was just a raven that like kind of like drops in, and then like starts walking towards the camera. And the way that I ended up doing it was just using just the wingspan extension, and then like when he drops in, and then all the rest was just me, because like I wanted the bounce to be a little bit more severe, because I wanted him to come to a complete stop and not like a hop skip towards the camera kind of thing like he did, because like he flew in and then he was like, you know, moseying towards the camera. But that's not what I wanted. I wanted him to be able to stop and then like crane his head in. So this is like a lot of it was from imagination, because I wanted him to kind of like peer and break the fourth wall. So I'm pretty happy with it, how it turned out. It looks like how I envisioned it in my head. So if we're to that point where I imagine it in my head and then I can get it down close to what I had in my head, then I'd say I'm making progress. But yeah. So definitely kind of like coming into wanting to kind of like, I don't know if rebrand is the word, because like it's the same branding, but I want to bring in some branding from my novel that I'm working on. Like it's the romance novel, the fantasy romance. And I also want to, like, my Oracle deck, like, that's like, sorry, I'm trying to point at it, right here next to me, this Oracle deck that I'm working on. I will be working on stream a lot to do that, so I kind of want to show that one. And so, but like a lot of, so I was looking at the narwhals, for instance, and thinking the narwhals have been something that has been branding for my particular site for quite some time, and I don't know that I want to move forward with the narwhals anymore, and a part of that like makes me sad. But I think that the narwhals are just not the direction that I want to go, and that's unfortunate. The raven is definitely a part of my book, so the novel, so I feel like I can continue with that. The skull animals and stuff like that like are very my comic, so like I'm kind of like bringing everything in. And the narwhals are just not something that I have anywhere else. That's just growth. Yeah, it was the first thing that I made. And I was teaching myself pixel animation because like I thought that it had to be pixel animation. Like the little avatars, I thought that they had to be pixel animated, so I was teaching myself like pixel animation in order to make that entire thing. And then I went into someone's random stream, and I can't even remember. This was years after like everyone had these little pixel characters bouncing around their screen, and I went into someone's stream, and they had like really refined, drawn, animated like characters. They look like anime characters, and I was so bummed because there was no extension. It wasn't changed. Like I guess I never realized that I could have been using that opportunity to like fully draw and create characters in the methods that I knew how to, and I didn't need to teach myself pixel animation. And ever since that moment, I was like, oh, I want to redo the narwhals. Like, I want to do something different. Because like that was the one thing that like kept me from wanting to do it, is because like I couldn't just like take a hat, right? If I made a pirate hat, I couldn't just tilt the pirate hat so that it would follow the animation of the narwhal. Like I had to redraw it, because as soon as I try to shift it, pixels don't shift. So they don't, like, you can't just, you know, you would have to redraw and recreate the entire thing. So a tilt would be completely changing the shape of it because it's pixels. So I had created so much more work for myself trying to make them pixel. And where if they were just like illustrated assets, it would have just been a slight tilt, and that's it. I would have drawn one asset, and it would have followed the head and whatever animation I had. As long as it stayed at 3/4, I wouldn't have had to change the frames at all. So I had created so much more work for myself, knowing and being an animator how much more work I had created for myself. Yeah. And I just couldn't bring myself to redo the narwhals, but I definitely slowed down on the pixel assets once I realized what I had done. And so each time I look at the narwhals, I'm like, I really want to do other characters, but I don't think that they're supported. That I don't see very many people using them anymore on streams, and I think it's because the creator stopped supporting the fixes, because like it was so buggy last time I pulled them up, and I miss them. I miss them. But I would have to look for a different program to see if we could try to move forward with that, so people can customize their own characters again, because that was something I did enjoy. But yeah, there'll always be a special place. Every time I see a narwhal, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a narwhal! Even my kids are like, Mom, it's a narwhal! They think like narwhals are my all-time favorite, and that's not quite true. But yeah, octopuses and narwhals, they think that that's my... I really like crows and unicorns more, but that's not what I ended up making. For some reason it was narwhals. I think that I wanted like because I had a octopus and I wanted unicorns, but I didn't think octopus and unicorns went together, so I think that's why I went narwhal, to be honest. Unicorns of the sea. I'm gonna pull up some reference for my crow so I don't mess his face up. Oh, we need to look up raven and not crow because there is a difference. Ravens have a lot bigger beaks. Very much so. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. sorry about the change of plans. I don't think that I announced that I plan to do a tarot class, so I did announce it in the spiritual Discord, but I didn't announce it far enough. Because usually I try to hype stuff up like that so people know that it's happening, so that way people can partake in, like, reschedule things around. And I didn't feel like I got the time to do that. So that was another reason why I decided, hey, we'll just worry about just trying to multi-stream, and we'll go from there. I still got one of your octopus stickers on my truck and one on my laptop and my toolbox. Oh, yay! Yeah, I think it'll, like I said, always have a special place. Especially like when I was looking at the octopus like transitions, and I was like, I really want that. Like, I really want to steal that transition off my other computer. Because I spent so much time animating that, and I think I did a really good job on it. Like, it was one of those moments where I was inside my head about if I was a good animator or not. And I was learning how to animate in Clip Studio Paint, and I was like, can I pull this off? And it was one of those, like, kind of like the Raven, where I was like, can I pull this off? And kind of like doubting myself as I was doing it. And it was like one of those moments that it was like, it turned out really good. Yeah, they were great transitions. I know, weren't they? Like, I think that I might still use the octopus in places, and I still have tons of octopus tattoos. Octopus stickers and stuff, so I think the octopus will probably stay. Like I said, the narwhals I'll probably phase out, but the octopus will probably stay in different ways. But like, people were like, well, if they have any questions about like why it's there, we can have a conversation about why the octopus is still there. But I don't think anyone's gonna ask. Truly. I have a new octopus pattern, and it made me want to make your orange octopus as a banner. Oh, oh, that would be cool. I bet that would be really cool. It just adds to the lore, plus you still got Narwhal Skull sub-badges. Yeah, exactly. And with my comic is supposed to... Like, this is something that I decided a while ago, that as like Zoe goes through... Like, let me see if I can pull up my comic. Because I'm sure you guys have read up to the point where you can, the ones that are on Webtoons. So I'm not like giving anything away, I don't think so. Oh my gosh, I think it's on my other computer. This is driving me crazy too. Having everything on different computers. Because my other computer's dead. It can't stream. Like, I can't stream and work on it anymore. It just doesn't have the power. It doesn't have the processing power to do both. And that just like breaks my heart because like I love that computer. It was my baby. that's what I began Twitch streaming on. So it means a lot to me. So like with it not working, it's hard. Let's see, do I have I don't actually think that I have any of my comic on here. I just need to move everything over. I just don't want this computer to be bogged down with a bunch of stuff. Okay. What is a NAS? What is that? What is an NAS? Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so excited. There's so many things I want to do. I want to cry. There's so many things I want to do. And I haven't worked on projects for so long and I didn't realize how much I missed it. I thought that I just remembered some things that I was gonna work on. Hold on a second. I'm gonna make a list. And I like almost teared up because I realized I had another project that I should be working on as well. So I'm gonna be making an herbalism book, and I'm gonna watercolor all of the plants in the herbalism book. So I'm really excited about that because that's like a whole art project type thing. So I'm gonna write down all the art projects and all the projects I want to do. So I'm gonna put 1 herbalism watercolors, and I'll know what that is. And then 2, I'm bringing the monthly myth back. Monthly myth. So I'm working on trying to bring that back, but in a very different way. So like I'm gonna teach people each month on a YouTube like about a monthly myth. And then so I'm gonna be a month ahead of everyone, and then the following month everyone will do theirs. So I won't be necessarily taking part like because I'll be ahead, but I think it's because I want to like teach people about the mythology, and then that way they don't have to do the research. I do all of the research. All they have to do is listen to it, and then they make their own like based on that. And if they want to incorporate things that I did in mine, they can, or they can do their own. So that's 3 books that I need to add to my bookshelf. A network attached storage. Yeah, it's a little server to hold files so you can back them up and access them on different computers. I do need that. I'm gonna write that down. So that is NAS. So, and I'll ask Monk if we can try to set something like that up. So then that way I don't have to try to just transfer a bunch of stuff. Because I've worked in studios and stuff like that have like that shared storage, and it's just, yeah, I think it's just easier. And I think he's tech savvy enough to figure out how to do that with the computers in the house, so we can try to work from, yeah, so I can pull files from it as long as the computer's on. Okay, so monthly mythos, monthly myth dose, revive. Then we're also working on, hold on a second, what am I thinking? I'm writing my fantasy, the fantasy romance. So that is underway, and that one's gonna come out this year. Fantasy romance, and then we have I would like to try to work on Comic 5, but I think that it's probably only writing Comic 5. I don't think that we're going to put out Comic 5 yet. Not until I get through the fantasy. Sorry, I'm heading to bed. I hope that you have a great rest of your stream. No, thank you so much. It was good to see you. And I would love to hear some of the things you're working on, and you can send me pictures and stuff if you want. I always love to hear what you're working on. I hope you're well. Happy Valentine's Day coming up. Okay, so fantasy romance, and then I'm working on the deck, and that's a big project. So I'm basically writing these down so I can put them on priority, so I can try to. I have the Baki Neko game that I was working on. That one is on my other computer as well. I want to bring that one to a finish. At least to finish an entire level, but the death scene, the coding was broken. And I can't figure out how to code it because I was teaching myself coding. Oh my gosh. That was... I stopped working on that project about maybe 2-3 years ago. And I don't want to just leave it unfinished with the Baki Neko. So I'd like to at least finish that level. But that's coding. And that's a monthly myth. That was one that I was doing for the monthly myth, and I never finished. What program language were you using? We were using, I believe it was C++. No, it was Unity. What is the one that Unity uses? So, yeah, I would need to open it again, but it was whatever language programming that Unity uses, because me and Monk were making, he was making his game and I was making my own game, and we were taking like this weird course on Domestika, and Domestika, like the whole course was in Spanish, which was really difficult because we were trying to listen to the translations like as we were taking the course. And we did notice that only like 10% of the class were actually submitted a final. So in the final, I do believe that there's some broken code. There's broken code about halfway through the course. We had to troubleshoot on how to fix the code because the course was old. So I think some of the code was not working, it wasn't functioning right. And we're coding it ourselves, but the way that he was telling us to code it was no longer working with the new system of Unity. So we had to troubleshoot that. We got through that, and then at the very end, he didn't like really finish it to like bring it into a new level. It was just a playthrough level, and it ended right there. And we didn't want it to end right there. We wanted to have like a user menu. We wanted like all of those things, and which takes and requires more time, right, to figure it out. But I also had added like this intricate death scene where like it's an animation. It was a cool animation where like it's a pixel animation where it sucks the Baki Neko into the third eye and then it explodes. Like, so like when you die, like instead of just dying, you get pulled into the third eye of the Baki Neko. Like the Baki Neko's third eye grows and then swallows it. But I can turn on my computer, it's right here. My kids turned it off. Okay, let me turn it back on. And then I can tell you. But I'm trying to remember if I have any. I think all I have is like a YouTube, and it's not the level isn't pristine. I played it on stream a little bit. So it uses C++. Okay, C pound? Is that how you say that? Because I thought it was C++. Is it C pound? Okay, so I'm pulling up my Unity. I gotta move my books. I got my books in the way. I love my book. I did a little bit of teaching out of it today with the crystal stuff. And then I found stuff that I wish I had added, and I was like, I'm never gonna stop finding things that I wish would have made it into the final cut. I just have to stop editing it. I have to move on to the next project. You know, we can get stuck in trying to edit things like an edit loop and never, never feel finished. Let's see. Let's see, Baki Neko. Baki Neko. Baki Neko. Okay, maybe I'll just look up game. Games folder. No, this is just games. Okay, well, I'll pull it up on next stream. Maybe I'll have transferred it over. But I'm writing these things down, so at least I can move them to this computer, so then I can come into that. So let's also write down comic number 5, and then we also want to write down comic number 1 redesign. So that was something that I wanted to do, was a comic number 1 redesign. I'm not sure if I'm going to just redo it in a way that it's meant for webtoon consumption. So like when I draw it again, like it's not going to affect the comics. Like this is something that I've been thinking about, just to try to make it in that like landscape or that portrait. Sorry, the portrait that keeps scrolling. And if I have to redraw the character and I have to redo it for that particular format, maybe that's what I do. And then I move the comics off, you know. So it's just an idea. So like I'm still not sure like what the redo is and like what I'm going with it, but I do know that I want to redraw it. Hi, how's it going, Stefan? Or just kicking it? How are you? Never worked with it. Did a lot of work in C and C++ years ago. So it's C#. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're stuck. It's so messed up. Like the death animation. And I know that there's a lot of animated, like not animated. There's a lot of ways to fix code now that there wasn't when I was trying to code it like about 2 to 3 years ago. So I don't know, part of me thinks that what I need to do is take the assets and move it into a reskin. And when I say a reskin, I'm talking about like something that's already coded. And then I just have to put in my design elements. And there's plenty of reskins that are free out there, platformers, things like that, that just like, here's this code, and then you just put your graphics in. I worked for companies like that as a game, like I worked in game studios just doing reskins, which was really irritating, I'll tell you. They would buy rights to a particular game code, and then they would just have us like pump out different like skins based on those, and it's just called reskinning in the industry. So when they change the graphics, but all of the same coding is there, so like the bones are there, but like you're putting a different face on it. So I could definitely possibly move some of the elements that I made into more of a reskin situation. Kind of like look into that too, as well as like looking into trying to fix the code myself and then seeing which one is more likely. But so yeah, so I have the Herbalism watercolors, the Monthly Myth Dose Revive, the Fantasy Romance. So that one is like, that's a now project. The deck is a now project. The Baki Neko, kind of back burner. Comic 5 is kind of closer than back burner, but like it would definitely be after the deck in the Fantasy Romance. And then the Comic 1 redesign, which is something that's been on like my mind for a while, but like I haven't executed to even begin that. And I almost feel like coming into Comic 5 is probably more important than the redesign of 1. Okay, I'm trying to think of any other projects that I have. Big projects. What are you doing, Kat? Other than just content courses. I mean, I guess like an overhaul on my site, like that needs to happen. That's an immediate. So site update, that needs to happen. And then I am going through a rebrand for Twitch with the alerts and the emotes. Alerts, emotes. Hi, how's it going, Toast? Did. Hi, Toast. Let's see. I'm actually surprised that Monk's not in here. I hope he's okay. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of other things that I need to do. And yes, everyone should have an NAS. So yeah, I just learned about that. So I did write it down. I'm gonna ask Monk if we can try to figure out how to set one up, because like there's so many things on my computer right now that I wish that I could like grab to like show you guys like how far I got in the Baki Neko game. Like I am so ecstatic. Like it's a playable game right now. Like it's playable. It's just it doesn't have the death scene in the right area, and like I'm sad though because it's been so long that since I've worked on it that I don't think that I remember all the coding that I did actually learn in the process, which is a bummer. But I also need to look for a new hat manufacturer at some point, so I can make hats again, because I have like full-on hat designs. Some of them are really cool. I have like a snake one. In fact, oh my gosh, hold on a second. I think that I see some designs on here that I'm trying to see if I have the anglerfish on here. No, I don't. Oh, darn it. I was hoping. I'm not sure if I did the anglerfish. I swear I did. Like there's an art piece that I did for t-shirts, and I swear up and down that I finished it, and I can't find it anywhere. I might just have to redraw it. You can actually cheap out on the hardware. It's the software that's the tricky part. Hex OS is helping with that a lot of this time. I'm gonna write down Hex OS then. Hex OS. Because if that's something that I can pull files from, then I don't have to constantly worry about like, well, how do I transfer it? Because one of the things is like, I don't even know where half like my flash drives are anymore. Like I really don't. And then I don't even think about it. I forget about it. But yeah, I need to update my site because like I have like tons of stickers now, guys, that like aren't up right now. I should grab my stickers. You want to see my stickers? Can I show you guys my stickers? Oh, hi! It's Owl. The legendary Dead On Studios is streaming on the same day I'm off. Nice. Nice. Let me see if my stickers are over here so I can show you some of my stickers. Let me see. Where are they? Okay, I'm gonna walk away for a second, but I'm coming back. Okay. I'm staring at things because I've moved things around in my office and I don't know where I put them. But yeah, there's so many things. There's so many things that I want to show you. It's insane. I missed you guys, and there's so many things that like I worked on since I've been gone. Like I have so many pins that I need to make photos of. Like I have a photo booth hidden behind this like wall scroll thingy. So I could just do like taking pictures with you guys, like product shots of it, like just hanging out and like doing that. We talked about like doing like an herbalism stream where I just like make dandelion tea and hang out with you guys. Monk got me this really cool thing for, I gotta show you this. I'm gonna go grab that. This thing for herbalism. I hope he's okay. Let's see. This thingy. So it's got this little, it's got a little kerosene. It's a little kerosene torch thingy, lamp. And then on the top here, this is like an old vapor thing. So like people would put like resin in the top here, and it's to help people breathe. So it's a vapor thing from the 1930s. But because I do a lot of herbalism stuff, I got a really old herbalism book from Goodwill. And I saw this thing was in it, and I was like, what is that? I looked it up. It took me forever to Google image it. And I found out, because like candles are so difficult, right? Because the candles don't keep a constant heat, and then you run it through candles so often. So I saw this and I was like, I wanted the little, at least this part of it, the little kerosene lamp, so I could cook the tea and stuff like that. So the dandelion tea and the herbal teas and stuff like that. And I don't know if it's going to be able to be used that way now that I've got it in my hand and now that I actually know what it is. In the herbalism book, she had it lit. But she had like a glass bowl up here, and I don't know that I can use it in that way. I'm going to mess with it and see if I can't figure out my use for it, because I think that I can find a use for it if it is just like just using this part even. But it's really exciting. Herbalism stuff is really something I'm excited about too. You guys probably have heard me talk about the human brain and, and health stuff before on here, but like I just love learning, and a lot of like holistic medicines, survival stuff, like I'm really into that stuff, so like it's exciting. So I got a certificate in herbalism, and I want to learn how to make like essential oils and stuff like that. I haven't really learned how to do that yet. I made my first candles last year, and they were good. I would say that I learned a lot. Like you have to keep the vase that you put like everything in, or like the pan has to stay hot, or it kind of like sticks to the sides and you lose all of your wax. Like, but anyway, I don't mean to go off on a long tangent, but yeah, I want to do a lot of things, obviously. So not just art and not just mediumship, but like herbalism stuff, and just, if you give me dimensions, I can forge you a new stand to hold a bigger bowl over that lamp. Ooh, that would be cool. That would be really cool. I'll have to show you, let me show you this other thing that I use. Here, let me go grab it. Okay, so this is the other thing that I use. So this is, so this holds a candle, and then this is, it's just like this, but it holds the candle. And then this is like a stainless, well, I mean, it's what is that? Iron, cast iron. So it's a cast iron, And this is really what I need it to hold. Like, I need it to be able to hold the cast iron. So this right here, I need something that can hold can hold this. And this doesn't do that, you know? It doesn't. I need it to hold the cast iron. So that's what I really need. I need something that'll hold a cast iron pot. So then that way it has like an even flame. So yeah, basically I'm trying to replace the candle part with this. And I think that it fits, but like it's too big. You can kind of see that it's too big to put the cast iron. So even if I take this thing off and I set this here, that doesn't work because it smashes it. So I need something tall enough to be able to fit under there, but like, yeah. I think you get it. I just need the dimensions of both the height of the lamp. Oh, okay. How much would you charge for something like that? So I'll have to ask you. Because I would love to have something Zell produced. But yeah, something to hold the bowl and then to house this underneath it. Because that would be way cool. Ah, no. We'll talk more about it. But I would want to pay you. You have supported all of my passions, and I would love to support your passion back, friend. Like, it means so much. Like, one of the things, like, when I came back to Twitch, I was like, I hope I see Zell, because, like, you have supported through so many of, like, my transitions and everything, and even when I went to go to my shop and stuff like that, and like you supported during that too. And one of the things I was like, I really let down. I was like, one of the people I was really worried that I let down was you, because I felt like I didn't stream as much as I wanted to, and I was like, I hope they don't that they're not mad at me, because I was trying to balance too much. But I'm back now. It's just. That's why I was hoping to see you again when I came back, because I was like, there's people that have been so supportive, and the last thing I wanted to do was to like, I don't know, be like, thanks, bye. But yeah. You didn't let me down. I know all too well how life gets, yeah. It did, it got very chaotic. I'm trying to balance too many things, but I think that I needed to focus on my mediumship for sure. Like, working as a practitioner, running a storefront was a lot more taxing than I realized. I wrote this book, which was very much taxing, you know. You don't write 650 pages without doing a lot of hard work, and part of that is like, are you okay? Oh, you had to go to work? Okay. Part of that was like having to write this entire thing. I didn't know how to show up and do a writing stream, to like be here and write, and I think it's because I got inside my head and thought that I needed to entertain people. And I forgot that like there's people here that just like ultimately are here to support me, and I see other streamers do it too, right? I was watching a streamer the other day, and they were like, oh, I just don't like drawing anymore, I just do crochet, and hopefully you like my project. And I caught myself saying out loud, nobody's here for the project, we're here supporting you. And then when I said that, I was like, how many people feel that way about me? And maybe I didn't realize that. Because maybe it's not that we don't care about the projects, it's like we are here supporting you, and whatever you desire to work on, like we're supporting that alongside of you. But like ultimately whatever project you are working on, like we're here for it, but like ultimately you're the person we're here supporting. You're deciding what you're working on. Yeah, Zell. Like, yeah. So I got inside my head and I thought that like, oh, I'm not being entertaining enough, you know. Yeah. No, that's exactly what it was. Just getting inside my head. But that's why like I'm starting to remember like, hey, you know, maybe I can jump on and hey, let's do a little herbalism stream where I try to figure out how to use this little vapor thingy from the 1930s. Like I was so excited. I thought it was so much bigger too. It's small, but I mean it's okay that it's small. I thought it was much bigger. But I definitely think that I'm gonna be able to use it for something. This is like before electricity, like really took hold. So that's what's kind of beautiful about this. And Monk had asked, he's like, is it used? And I was like, I think it is, because there's a little soldering. Ah! There's a little solder on it. Ooh, it's got a little. It looks like this arm comes off. That's interesting. Yeah, it's got like a little spot where it looks like it comes off. And I wonder if this thing comes off. No, that does not. I don't want to break it. But I think that I'm gonna try the lamp too at one point and see if it actually lights and if it's okay. Alright. Need to start getting ready for bed. Alright, Toes. Thanks for dropping in and saying hi. I'm probably gonna jump off as well. I was starting an emote, but mainly I just wanted to jump on and kind of like try to figure out how this whole multi-stream thing was gonna work. I want to jump back on tomorrow. I was gonna do a event stream, and when I say event stream, I mean kind of like it's a Friday the 13th stream. So I wanted to do some art or draws for the subs. So if you're subbed to me through Twitch mainly, because I don't think that I can have subs through YouTube. I don't know. For subs tomorrow, I plan to do some stuff. So yeah, like I said, either a card draw, yes or no, or and it doesn't even have to be a card draw. It can be like just literally a yes or no, or a drawing, like an actual hand drawing. So of your choice, either art or mediumship. And then if you choose neither, you don't want to do either, that's fine too. But like I'm trying to like kind of like do a little bit of a welcome back. So I plan to do that tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Hoping I can tune in. Yay! Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to... Do we hit the button here? I mean, at least I know that I'm on both. I'm obviously on both YouTube and Twitch. I feel like I'm restricted because I don't have a way to fix up the YouTube, nor do I like really have a way to fix up the Twitch. So this is kind of a... And maybe Monk can throw me a bit when he's able to, and I can see if the bits are still working too, because like I don't know if everything's still working as far as my alerts too. It's weird. Let me turn on the Twitch viewer. The Twitch number thing. Where is it? Oh, that's not it. I'm looking at the viewer thing that I have turned off. Yeah, so the viewer account's still working. I wonder if I can put a YouTube one on there too. Because like I found a way to get the chats to both pull from Twitch and YouTube, but like I don't know how to get the counter to pull from both. And there's just things that I might have to mess with before I go live tomorrow. But thank you guys for being a part of this journey as I try to figure out what I'm doing. Like I said, I have a lot of projects planned, so definitely will be on doing creative projects. Like today I had planned to do a class, but we'll probably wait to the beginning of the March to actually do a class so I can have, like I said, RSVPs, people that are like really interested in the class. Oh, Zell, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. No. Was that? Thank you, Zell. Oh, weird. It doesn't. It shows up in chat, but it doesn't show up on the restream. So it shows up like on the chat, like tied to my OBS, but like in the actual chat, it doesn't show any of that. So I'm so glad that it shows it in chat on the OBS, otherwise I wouldn't be able to see it. And that's the kind of stuff, like, I don't know, like, if any of this is... Thank you so much for doing that, so I could test it. Oh my goodness, Monk, thank you. We're finding out that that it's not, the restream is not showing me everything. Like, it's not showing me all the viewers precisely. Like when I click on like certain things, like it says 0 in YouTube. So right now there's no viewers in YouTube. There's 5 from Twitch. But then it doesn't show like the bits. And I don't know if these are things I need to turn on, settings I need to turn on, or if that's just something that it doesn't pick up on. And then I can't change, like, the... Oh, thank you for the follow. Hey, I know you. Kodiak Kid. I know you, don't I? I always say your name wrong. You always tell me I say your name wrong, and I think I'm still saying it wrong. Was a kid, yeah. Oh, no. Well, thank you for the follow. But yeah, let me see if I can even raid from here too, because I feel kind of like... Okay, hold on. Can I hit this button? Oh, weird. Okay. So I can either do restream, like I can hit raid and then like raid someone from here, or I can hit the Twitch and then I change it to just replying in Twitch, or I can change it to YouTube and just replying YouTube. That's interesting. So they have like, so I can either reply in either platform. I'm pretty sure it's how to pronounce it. Okay, well, I hope so. Because I was trying to figure out how to pronounce it differently, and I was like, maybe I am saying it right. Hold on a second. Let's see who's on, because I would love to raid someone. I need to get better at that. Guys, it's a learning process as I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So I appreciate you having patience as I come back and try to figure out what the heck I'm doing. You know, let's go raid Hex. It's been a while since we've raided Hex, probably about 2 years. Right. So I'm gonna send us over to Hex, if I can figure out how to do that. What the heckate? What the heckate? Patience, I thought that's what the doctor said. Well, I am getting into herbalism, so maybe we'll have patience as well. And maybe you will as you learn herbalism beside me. I don't know. Don't question me. We just be doing things. Someone is currently cooking chicken next door, when it's midnight. A little late for that, dude. No, just go over there and be like, hey, you Sharon? I mean... Thanks for the chill stream tonight, dude. You're the bee's knees. Is that phrase still hip? Yes. I have no patience. Okay. Okay, so let's figure out how to raid. Guys, how do we raid? Can we raid? Oh my gosh, I don't know how to raid from here. I don't know how to raid from here because the chat's all weird. Like, I'm doing /raid and it's not popping up with the normal stuff. So I don't even know if this is gonna work. Did I do it right? Here. Did it work? I don't think it worked. Is it? No, it's /. It's /, isn't it? I thought it was /. Is it? That's what I did! That's what I did! Monk, can you copy that? Like, can you copy what I wrote and then do it? Because I don't think. Okay, let me just pull open Twitch and see if I can't do it from here. Well, I'll just do it from here, right? Creator's dashboard. I can't see what you wrote. So I tried to do it and it didn't work then. Okay, so let's do... Is it Stream Manager? Yes. Okay, so we'll hit the raid channel. So I'll have to keep this open in the future. And then we'll hit following. And then we'll hit this button. And then we'll... Okay, I love you guys! Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back on tomorrow and we'll figure more of this out. Ooh-wee! Love you guys! Bye! Say hi to Hex. Did it work?